just up here saying that he just didn't have it tonight. He was looking for it, but what do you do in that situation when your starter just can't find it?
Well, obviously he was working through it, and he was trying to battle it out and find his release point. And just, I mean, a lot of it I think had to do with just strike throwing and feel and command. And I think it's a start that we're going to probably learn some things from and probably react to, in some ways just adjustment making and things like that. But probably one that I'm sure Gibby wants to, kind of wipe clean and kind of look back and look at those good starts that he's had and try to regain, that. And I'm sure he will. I'm sure he's going to be able to make that adjustment just fine. It just wasn't, it just wasn't here tonight as a whole.
And Poppen, he wasn't perfect, but how big was it that he was able to give you 4?
Yeah, it's very important. He did a really nice job for us in going out there, and we've talked before about pitching in games where you're not really sure what the expectation is in the role when you walk into the, when you walk out onto the mound. He knew he was going to be out there and pitching, and that's really all he knew when he stepped out there. And to really go out there and throw, I mean, at the end of the day, how many innings did he get? 4? Yeah, going out there and throwing 4 innings for us and going against a good lineup that's going to make you work for every out. Him going out there and doing that really helps us in a lot of different ways. Our bullpen, gets to reset now, and it's easier said than done to send a guy out there in that situation and just say pitch and get outs. It doesn't always work out where the guy goes and gets gets through 4 innings for you, and he did, which was very nice.
Astudillo looked pretty good coming back.
Who's that?
Astudillo? Astudillo. Yeah. I had a hard time with that.
Yeah, he swung the bat well. He was swinging the bat really well in AAA as well. Every day you look at the box score, it seems like he'd had 2 or 3 hits. And he's a guy that, no matter who's really on the mound, he can go out there and compete and find the barrel and potentially make something happen. It really doesn't matter who's out there. And he went out there and did what we saw from him early on in the year. He was swinging the bat really, really well early on in the year until he suffered that hamstring injury. And that's when obviously he didn't swing the bat as well. And sometimes that happens when you take a lot of time off. But it was a really nice night for him again.
Did you had to feel happy to feel the energy in that one inning where they both homered, and you just played forever the night before, and yet this team was pretty good.
Yeah, and again, our guys had pretty good at bats. I think we forced Rodriguez out there to throw some pitches and forced him into the zone, and ultimately he was able to persevere through some innings where he had to work a little bit, but he was able to get through them, and then had a and he did a nice job with this, had a couple of nice quicker innings towards the end, which got him deep into the game. But early on, we thought maybe we could, we'd have the opportunity to get to him with the kind of at-bats we were having, and ultimately he did a nice job.
As you prepare for KC, you guys have to do any maneuvering as far as roster-wise?
Yeah, we're going to option Poppen down. I don't know if we're prepared to announce another move at this point, but we're going to make that move, and we'll have another arm in the bullpen in KC.